Nets World, it's your boy AJ back again. It's Nets Kingdom. Hashtag we go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking Nets news. And follow me on Instagram. IG was hating, they deactivated me. So help me out, y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Nets Kingdom 711 _. I got deleted. So make sure you guys follow me that on there. So the breaking news, Nets Nation, Seth Curry underwent successful arthroscopic surgery on his left ankle Monday. Now, the procedure was performed by Dr. Martin O'Malley, the Nets foot and ankle specialist at the hospital for special surgery. Then it says here in the article, the Nets shooting guard has been dealing with soreness in his left ankle since January, weeks before the trade deadline deal that brought him to Brookyln on February 10th. Curry, who was ruled out for a handful of games due to left ankle soreness, hinted that an offseason procedure could be in the works. Seth Curry, quote, "I was dealing with it probably a month before the trade. It's been a while," said Curry on March 18th. "Just something I'm going to have to manage and deal with until the offseason." Again, Seth Curry is under contract through the end of next season, and the Nets have the right to extend Curry this summer. So another L for us. I mean, we are the Brookyln Surgery Nets. I know a lot of people hear surgery and think this is all good and dandy, but I don't know. For me, it doesn't make me feel good that our players are getting surgery. I mean, I know it's a good thing for them in the future. I mean, you want to get a situation handled. You want them to get repaired. It's just that surgery, it always doesn't work out for the better. Sometimes the rehab is tough. Sometimes you still have to get other procedures done. So we're just going to pray for Seth Curry's help, and hopefully it doesn't happen like a Joe Harris happens and he has to get another procedure. Hopefully Seth Curry becomes healthy. But again, we got to look at Sean Marks. What happened at the trade deadline? Sean Marks must have waived these physicals for Ben and Seth. We traded for two players that had to have surgery. So that is just something is going on. Like, I don't understand trading for two players that had to have surgery in the offseason. Sean Marks must have just waived the physicals. I mean, we probably didn't do any physicals at the trade deadline, you know? Usually when a trade happens, you look at each player, see if there's any pre-existing symptoms or injuries before you make the trade. I mean, in the NBA, it's not a rule that you can still trade injured players, but it's up to the team you can't hide the injuries. So it's up to the team to accept the trade. So I guess unless Sean Marks knew that Seth was dealing with his ankle and knew that Ben Simmons had to get surgery or was dealing with the back, he still accepted the trade without pushing Daryl Morey for more in return. It's just a weird. It's just something's up, yo. It's just something's up about that. But anyway, then again, we could extend Seth Curry this summer, but again, these players, I doubt they will get traded. Now that Ben Simmons has to take the whole summer to recover, he's probably not going to get traded. And then now Seth Curry is he's probably going to need at least 2 months at the most to recover. I'm not a doctor, but at least 2 months to recover from this ankle surgery. So I don't think he's going to get traded either. So that's two guys that I think that are not really going to be trade pieces going forward in the offseason. It doesn't mean we can't trade them, but I doubt teams are going to accept a trade with Ben off of back surgery. He's still going to be hurt for the whole summer. I mean, recovering the whole summer. And then Seth Curry just got ankle surgery. So I doubt teams are going to be fiending to make a deal with the Nets if we had a trade go down for those two players. Now, the Nets have a lot of costly decisions to make this summer, starting with Kyrie Irving. We know we got to get Kyrie Irving re-signed to that extension. Nick Claxton, he's going to be a free agent, and Bruce Brown's going to be a free agent. Possibly Patty Mills. We got to see if Patty Mills will opt into that in that player option. Now, Tsai will pay out around $96 million in luxury taxes when the NBA comes calling the first week of July. Now, Woj put in an article about Tsai paying the luxury tax. He said they're going to be approaching next year $345 to $350 million in luxury taxes next year. Woj said that that's where Golden State is at this year, the highest salary and luxury tax payments in the league. Brookyln is going to be in that neighborhood if they keep this team together. Now, assuming the Nets use a taxpayer MLE, they're likely to get $100 million. If they bring back Brown and Claxton on top of that, it could tack on another $100 million if they don't trim payroll elsewhere. So again, this goes back to our conversation about Joe Tsai. Will Joe Tsai be willing to pay the luxury tax? It's going to be a crazy amount of luxury tax if he re-signs Bruce Brown and Nicholas Claxton. Now, he said winning is his religion. So this summer, we'll find out if Joe Tsai is cheap, or not cheap, but if he's not willing to take that loss and luxury taxes, or if he's willing to do anything it takes to keep this team or keep the core together and give us a better chance of winning a championship by having this high luxury tax bill. So we'll find out really where Joe Tsai stands, because he could be looking at $345 million in luxury taxes. That is a lot of money, y'all. I mean, to us, that's a lot of money, but to him, I don't know if he's a billionaire, so it could be like not really that much. But I know he's taken a couple losses this year with the ticket sales, Alibaba going down, his company's coming down. So he's taken a couple losses, but we'll see if Joe Tsai will do whatever it takes to keep this team together. Again, we got to re-sign Bruce Brown, we got to re-sign Nick Claxton, and see who we're gonna use that taxpayer MLE on. But let me know in the comments, do you guys think Joe Tsai will spend that money? Do you guys think Joe Tsai will spend that money in the offseason? Will he go $350 million in luxury taxes to keep Bruce Brown and Nick Claxton? Do you think he will do that? Let me know in the comments. Now, the last news I have here is the Nets will have Julian Champagnie. I hope I'm saying his name right. Julian Champagnie of St. John's and for a workout this week. Despite their uncertain draft situation, they're still bringing players to HSS Training Center in Sunset Park. Now we have Julian. I'm gonna call him Julian. So he's a 6'8", 3-and-D wing. He's a native of Staten Island who grew up in Brookyln, went to Bishop Laughlin. He's a native of here, and his high school is actually near Barclays Center. Now, Julian is 20 years old. He has 3-and-D skills. He's the kind of player that we need. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. He's a wing that we could use. Now, he's mocked at the second round pick. He's mocked around like a second round pick or undrafted. So we don't really know if he will actually get drafted in the NBA draft, but things could change in the combine. Players' stocks rise on the combine. His twin brother, Justin, is actually on the Toronto Raptors. So he has a brother in the NBA. Now, it says here that whether taken in the draft or not, he will likely wind up in Las Vegas for Summer League, then training camp before heading off to a G League affiliate. He'll have to prove himself, but he's already familiar with some NBA rituals. Yeah, so he actually played a couple years in college, so he might be coming out of as a rookie more poised than the average one-and-done rookies, because he has the experience of 3 years of college. He's seen a lot of basketball, so he could be a poised wing. Now, do I think the Nets will find a way to get him? I am not sure. Like I said, I still don't think Sean Marks and the Nets are going to use that draft pick by June. We have by June 1st. That's the deadline. I don't know if we're going to use that Philly pick, but if we're thinking about getting this wing, Julian, we're going to either have to get him in the if he's undrafted, sign him in as an undrafted, or use next year's money, basically, because I know all of our money that was allocated to buying draft picks, we use that in the DJ trade. So the Nets have it's a situation that it's going to be difficult, but if we really want this wing, we could find a way to get this wing if he goes undrafted. I doubt the Nets will use our first round pick to get him, because I think teams are going to overlook him because he took 3 years of college. They're going to overlook him. So I'm not sure if he could draft. Things could change, but I think he's going to be undrafted. But looking at his skills, he's a great wing. He's a 3-and-D wing. He's like the opposite of Kessler Edwards. Kessler Edwards is great defensively, and then he has some skills he has to work on offensively. Julian has it all together offensively, like his 3-point shooting. He has moves. He can create his own shot. He's great offensively, and he can shoot threes. But defensively, he's not as good as Kessler Edwards. He has to work on his one-on-one defense. He's not a bad defensive guy, but he's just not as good as Kessler. He has to work on his one-on-one and his interior defense. But he could be a possible great player to add for cheap. Again, we're going to be in luxury tax hell, so we're going to need cheap guys that can be an impact, So if we do take him, I could see him on a two-way, but we'll see what the Nets do with Julian. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this offseason news. It's your boy AJ. It's Nets Kingdom. #We go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm out.